Welcome to Healthy Connections. My name is Tobias Pugsley, and with me today I have Jaron Beavers from the Schliemann Center, and we're going to be talking about all the great things that happened in 2016 and all the great things coming your way in 2017. So stay tuned, you won't want to miss this. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Healthy Connections. Jaron, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So I understand the Schliemann Center had a fantastic 2016. Can you take us through that?
We did, yes. Some things that are really great about 2016 were our support groups. We really worked hard to develop some of those, and the one that I'm most proud of and thankful for is our Heart Exchange support group. I think I might have come on last year and just talked a little bit about it, but we didn't realize the need in our community for follow-up support for women who have had heart events, whether it be heart attack or even just living with heart disease. It's a life-altering experience for anyone, men and women, who have undergone a heart event, and your life's just not quite what it was. And for those who haven't experienced it, it's hard to relate. So we were so thankful to have Donna Bropes, she's from our cardiac rehab department, step up to the plate and volunteer to facilitate that group. And we had 89 lives that we touched through support group, through our annual Heart to Heart Girls Night Out. So we were just so thankful to have that start up this year.
89? That's
we did.
incredible.
And
That's
yes,
a lot of people.
It is. And the heart group that meets monthly, we've got about 10 to 13 regular ladies that have come, and then just other various that pop in, as they're able to. But the core group has really developed the neatest relationship. They're able to identify with what they're living with and what they're going through. They're able to help answer each other's questions. A lot of times at the doctor's office, you're only there for a few minutes. And, women, we just kind of have everything going all at once. And so to focus on, okay, what am I going to ask him? A lot of times things that you meant to bring up just kind of get lost, or, I have to wait till the next appointment. So these ladies are able to come and get that expert. Donna's a cardiac rehab nurse. She's had experience in the field for decades. So she's able to kind of help them even reformulate their questions and encourage them to make lists so that they know what to talk to their doctors about. And it's just been a real positive experience, and we're so glad to be able to help provide that to ladies in our community.
That's great. That's a great tip, too. Mm-hmm. So what else happened in 2016 that you're really proud of?
Well, goodness gracious. We've got, let's see, our teen, at the Schliemann Center, we reach women of all ages. So it's, we reach the new moms with their new babies, with childbirth and breastfeeding classes. We also reach the teenagers through our Teen Girls Go to College program. Each year that we do, and then also we partner with the Mountain Home High School, and we've been able to help facilitate their Big Sister Little Sister Mentor program. Wow. So that was a great success as well. About 20 girls are part of the program this year. They meet at the Schliemann Center twice a month after school. There's the littles, which are 13-year-old middle school girls that are paired with high schoolers. And so they just meet up, they talk about, their issues. The bigs relate to what was like, with peer pressure and just different challenges that the littles face. They're able to encourage them, the junior high years are coming and all that awkward phase. So the girls love it, and they're a joy to have at the house too every month. So it's nice to have that life. And
what a great partnership.
It is.
It's incredible.
It is. It really was great. This is our third year with the Big Little program. Wow. And so we're so thankful. They keep growing. And so luckily they haven't outgrown the Schliemann Center yet. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for next year. But of course, if it keeps growing, that's just all the more that they're reaching. So Absolutely. We hope for that as well for them too.
So. Cool. So of all the great things that happened in 2016, what's the one thing that you're most proud of as coordinator?
I just think it is expanding our reach. We had 1,700 women that came to our programs, whether it be through either to the house or to our events, like our Girls Night Out, like the Teen Girls Go to College programs that we have outside of the house. Each year, that number just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And so just knowing that we're, reaching out into the community, helping to meet those needs, I think just each little increment that gets bigger, that's what we're there for. And
That's
It's
awesome.
pretty exciting. Yeah.
And you've already had success, in early 2017. I know that your heart event it filled up
Yes.
faster than anything
It
that I've
did.
seen.
We yes, our girls' night out for 2017 was booked before New Year's. We sent out a flyer around the holidays, just kind of getting people prepared. But no, they called and they booked, and we had over 100 ladies there.
Wow.
It was phenomenal, and we had a great lineup too. We had Dr. Otis War. We had a heart panel. So we had Dr. Otis War with cardiology. Dr. Elkins was there for the surgery. However, he was called away to an emergency.
Oh no.
But luckily, his nurse practitioner, Kathy Printer, amazing woman, she stepped in, was able to help field some of those questions. And we also had Sarah Cochran, one of our pharmacists, who was able to talk about medications and, kind of how your life is altered maybe after an event and, what you need to be aware of as far as your pharmaceuticals go. We also had Kathy McDonald, who's from Cardiac Rehab. She talked about the importance of exercise, also, as a preventative measure, but then also as follow-up. You've got to get your heart strong again. And then we also had Donna Bropes, who I talked about earlier, who facilitates our heart group, just talking about that support. Just like the pipe smoking, it's so important to have a support folks in your life that are going to encourage you, who are going to understand your new lifestyle or things that you have to change. And so we had 6 of those wonderful, just part of our BRMC Heart team. It was just phenomenal. I told them, luckily, and knock on wood, I won't ever have to have a heart event, but if something should happen, we're really in good hands.
You have support here.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, I was talking to Dr. Awar earlier, and he was telling me what a success he thought that event was. So
yes.
It's a testament to your efforts and your team's efforts on
Absolutely.
doing such a great job to help get the word out.
Yes, we do have an advisory board, and our fabulous Schliemann volunteers, we couldn't do these events without them, without their support, without them coming in early to set up and work. And yes, it was it's great. And it's an annual event that we always look forward to. And again, it just keeps growing in numbers. So that Lagerborg it's getting shorter and smaller. So, but it's a good thing. So
they're going to have to expand your house eventually.
I guess so. We're going to have to get a couple stories going up there.
Higher, well, that's great. Well, let's kind of turn our focus a little bit to 2017 now and some of the things you have coming up this year that people might be interested in. First, you got Maggie back this year.
Yes, Maggie at the Schwee has come back, and women, we're all about the food. We love to know what to help create for our families that's going to be healthy. And so Maggie is one of our inpatient dietitians she comes over monthly, and she focuses, we've done, in January we did the Blue Zones. We started the new year looking at Blue Zones, which I'm not sure if you're familiar, I wasn't.
I'm not.
But they're different areas across the globe that have the greatest per capita centurions, like people that live to be 100, but live to be healthy to 100. They're not dealing with an ailment or a disease. And so I guess there's been studies that just look at this and what are their lifestyles like that allow them to live such healthy lives for so long. And so we looked at that. We looked at heart health in February.
Wow.
Let's see, what have we got coming up for we've got inflammatory nutrition coming up, and also intuitive eating. So Maggie is a huge advocate for intuitive eating, and she's actually started offering some of her services on an outpatient basis at the house, just one-on-one nutritional coaching. So if ladies are interested in that, they can come to one of her programs. Maggie's at the Schwee, and then talk to her more about one-on-one coaching. But
cool. And that one's all about busting the food myths, right?
Exactly. She's all about looking at your relationship with food. Why do you eat the things you eat? Are you looking to nourish your body, or are you just maybe looking to, I like to eat when I'm stressed out or if I'm bored, or there's other motives as to why we eat. So she's a great advocate for looking at food, reevaluating, and she's a great asset we have to the house as well.
Very cool. And that's April 11th from
we have
10
coming
to 11?
up, yep,
Okay.
April 11th, 10 a.m. Ladies do need to call us to register, 508-2345.
Okay, be sure to call or register for that. That'll be an exciting time. I know Maggie's always a huge hit over there. And we're going to take just a quick break and talk more about the great things coming in 2017, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Healthy Connections. Again, I'm here with Jaren today at the Schliemann Center, and we're talking about all the great things coming your way in 2017. So, Jaren, tell us a little bit about the learning sessions coming up.
Yes, every month we have various Schliemann learning sessions, and we just have topics that cover anything and everything pertaining to women's health. Whether it be gardening, we've had programs on our urinary tract infections. We do coming up on the 22nd. We have Barb Dyson, who's going to be talking about our gut health and kind of what's going on inside. We like to provide an atmosphere at our house for women where they are comfortable coming, learning about different ailments, and then also being comfortable to ask their questions. A lot of ladies, especially senior population, they grew up in a different generation. Whereas I'm, maybe not afraid to ask certain questions or talk about issues. Not so much that they're afraid, but they're just, they just weren't raised to just bring up conversations. I think probably maybe have more protocol, but we want to give them opportunity to voice, this is what I have going on, or maybe a friend has this going on, and I'm just curious. And so we're so fortunate in our area also to have so many female practitioners and healthcare providers that I think that also helps to create that comfortable environment for women as well. So our Schliemann learning sessions just hit on anything and everything. Ladies can just come visit with each other, maybe make a new friend. A lot of retirees that come to our community are looking for something to do, and this is certainly a way for them to get plugged in, to learn more about what we have to offer, the community, meet that new friend, and have that social interaction as well.
Build some camaraderie, I can see. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Cool. I mean, that's a vital part of living a healthy life as well, is having your friendships. So,
yeah. So once you kind of break down those barriers, they feel more comfortable telling you what's going on with them. Yes, I'm sure.
Exactly. And with our learning sessions, bringing the providers, out of a clinical setting and in a more comfortable environment to just educate and discuss. There's that dynamic that is real interesting as well. It just kind of makes them more personable and just allows you to connect. And it's just it's just a great environment. And so if any women have not experienced it, I certainly encourage them to come and visit with us, because it's just a neat, it's just a really neat experience.
Very cool. And you guys also have a book club going on.
We
you guys,
do.
You girls also.
We do. Yes, our gals, we do. We have our Schliemann book club. We meet monthly. We pick various books to read, and it basically kind of started with I hadn't read a book in forever, and we have some wonderful volunteers who love to read, and we had a special speaker come in for a learning session that talked to us about, how to start a book club, the joys and even health benefits of having a book club. So I think this is our second or third year for the book club as well.
Wow.
We just pick various, bestsellers, classics, and we just read and meet up and then discuss. And it's another social interaction. It's another opportunity to give women voice, to share their thoughts. Well, I interpreted this, or I interpreted that, and this is, it's just an amazing, it's an amazing atmosphere that we have for women, and it's really neat to get to work there every day and just kind of see, what it brings to women's lives.
It's an amazing resource, and
yes.
It's just that's available here.
Yes, absolutely. And we do get women that drop in, like I said, new to the area. They're just maybe looking for a provider, or what are you all about? I saw this on Facebook, or I'm just Googled Maps, and so we've got connections to other area resources. Our community is so fortunate to have several different community resources available, and so a lot of times it's overwhelming, especially for a newcomer, but we're able to kind of help answer their questions or direct them or give them information. We've got a whole wall of brochures and whatnot, so they can certainly even just pop in, have a cup of coffee or tea, and just ask what the area is all about, and
nice.
and we're certainly glad to help them that way as well.
Very cool. Very cool. And you also have something called Cooking Matters. What's that all
The
about?
Cooking Matters program, well, that is actually new this year as well. ASU Mountain Home called us last year. This is part of their pipeline project, and they were looking for a venue. They needed a full kitchen, and they were looking for venues to offer these classes. And so we do have a full, beautiful kitchen there at the Schliemann Center, and their Cooking Matters class brings folks in. It's free of charge. They teach them nutrition, teach them how to shop on a budget, and also teach them how to prepare meals. You know, food seems like it just keeps going up and up.
Yes.
And I mean, if you've got a family, it's kind of like that's where all your money goes, is the food budget. And there's a lot of items and tips and tricks that are so easy, but yet if people don't know how to prepare a bag of beans, you know, it's kind of like, oh, I'll skip that on the shelf. You know, let's
Right.
go to something else and that might not be so nutritious. But the Cooking Matters class is a great, I think it's a 4-week program, and it is through ASU Mountain Home, and we're so glad to have partnered up with them. I mean, that's another great thing about the houses is we're able to partner up with so many different great programs in the community. So they can certainly give us a call to find out more about that as well.
Very cool. Very cool. And you also have a lot of support groups too. Can you tell us a little bit about the
Yes,
support
we
groups?
do. We do. And this year, our fibromyalgia support group just kicked off with a bang. Fibromyalgia is a fairly new ailment or disease that I think even a lot of doctors are even still learning about. And however, it's something I think that women or folks have suffered with, you know, for possibly years. They just didn't know what it was or how to deal with it. So we have Jennifer Holmes, who's actually from our radiology department. She suffers from fibromyalgia, was diagnosed as before she was 30. And so she stepped up to volunteer to facilitate this group of gals, and it has just been phenomenal. She talks about managing the ailment with diet, maybe with some extra nutritional supplements, how to be aware of even just looking at the weather and how to prepare yourself. You know, if it's going to be one of those days where, you know, you might have some arthritis flare-ups, other things going on, just kind of how to be aware of your life and the weather and things, and just to manage to, you don't have to suffer. You can manage, and then you can come and visit with other women who have tips and tricks as to how they've learned to manage as well. So that's part of that support. You know, you're not alone. Other people are experiencing things. So just come out, hear what other people have to share, and you know, who knows, it'll be a life-altering, changing experience.
That's great. That's one of those ailments that, you know, is starting to infect more and more people.
Become more popular for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, and it's great that you have that resource there, you know, for women that are
Yes.
dealing with that. So
Yes.
that's incredible.
Absolutely.
Well, Jaren, thank you so much for being with me today.
Yes,
this
thanks
has
for
been
having
great. What's your phone number one more time
Yes,
in case anybody
it's
wants
the
to
easiest one. We're at 508-2345. They can also visit us via the web, baxterregional.org. Give us a call, stop in. We'd love to have any ladies visit us.
Great. And you can also see Jaren at the health fair this year. That's going to be at the Baxter Regional Fairgrounds. It's going to be April 26th and 27th, so make sure to mark your calendar. We'll have more information coming on that soon, but it's a great opportunity for women, seniors,
It is.
all ages really, to come out and find out more about you know, what medical offerings our community has. So make sure to mark that calendar, and we appreciate you being with us this week, and we'll see you next week.